So guess what? Cornel West announced he's running for president with the People's Party, and here is his announcement video. It's a pretty good video.
In these bleak times, I have decided to run for truth and justice, which takes the form of running for president of the United States as a candidate for the People's Party. I enter into quest for truth. I enter into quest for justice. And the presidency is just one vehicle to pursue that truth and justice, what I've been trying to do all of my life. I come from a tradition where I care about you. I care about the quality of your life. I care about whether you have access to a job with a living wage, decent housing, women having control over their bodies, health care for all, de-escalating the destruction of the planet, the destruction of American democracy. Democracy creates disruption. It creates an eruption. It creates an interruption. Wide from below, the energies of everyday people is manifest. And I know there are precious people in your life who you care for. That's why it's important for you to be involved, important for you to participate. We're not talking about hating anybody. We're talking about loving. We're talking about affirming. We're talking about empowering those who have been pushed to the margins. Because neither political party wants to tell the truth about Wall Street, about Ukraine, about the Pentagon, about big tech. Neo-fascists like Brother Trump or milquetoast neoliberals like Brother Biden. Wow, well, I'm so happy to make a world-shaking decision. You know what I mean? Well, I know gangsters when I see them. And gangster's not a subjective expression. It's an objective condition. Do we have what it takes? We shall see. But some of us are going to go down fighting, go down swinging with style and a smile, accenting the best in you and trying to tease out the best in me. Let's do it together.
So there it is.
I can't believe how much easier that was to watch than the Joe Biden. I'm with Biden, bro. I'm with Biden. I'm in for Joe Biden. Biden.
I didn't like that. The only thing I liked that I just didn't like that he said I'm going to go down swinging. What you're already predicting your failure. Don't say that. You're going to go down. You're going to win, right?
Yeah, you got to go. Listen, that's how Trump did it.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't want to be president, he never said that. But isn't it wild that how much we live in the Matrix and we potentially will have the same president from the Matrix? Remember, he was the president. Him and like a board of people. He was on the board of presidents of Zion in the Matrix. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Cornel West sat on the board.
I didn't know that. Well, friends of the show, Nick Cruz from the Revolutionary Blackout Network, he tweeted out this video of him, Cornel West, when he went on Tucker Carlson, and he got Tucker Carlson to endorse democratic socialism. You ready? So this is why you go on Tucker's show. Watch this.
Fundamental commitment is to the dignity of ordinary people and to make sure they can live lives of decency. So it's not an ism, no, brother. It's about decency. It's about fairness. Right. It's about the accountability of the powerful vis-a-vis those who have less power. The workplace, women dealing with the household, gays, lesbians, trans, black people, indigenous peoples, immigrants. How do we ensure that they are treated decently and that the powerful don't in any way manipulate, subjugate, and exploit them?
Well, I mean, if that's what democratic socialism is, then I'm basically on board. I do think that ordinary people, middle-class people, ought to have dignity. And I think that our current systems make it hard for them to have dignity. So I agree with all of that.
Fundamental commitment.
That's Tucker Carlson's arc, right? So he's having quite an arc. And that's kind of amazing.
Maybe eventually he'll even care about the poor. All of them are like, we got to help the middle class. Barry Crimmins just said to me, what about the poor? I'm like, no, they're screwed. I mean, we've established there's going to be that.
Yeah.
But middle class.
But the middle class, the people who vote, that's how they look at it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mitt Romney actually said that, right? When they asked him about the poor. He's like, no, the poor, there's already programs to help the poor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing on the middle class. Literally, people with less. I'm not going to focus on. I'm going to put people with more. Anyway, you could do it all. You can focus on both at the same time.
You can do it 7 times over if you take the goddamn money out of all the disasters we're doing around the world.
That's right. So congrats to Cornel West. And I look forward to a real spirited campaign. I'm glad he's running third party. I wish Bobby Kennedy would run third party. And I just, I can't wait to get Bobby Kennedy back on. I have so many questions to ask him. And, one of them is definitely going to be, how can you're so different than Joe Biden. And especially that you call out, like Bernie did, everything that Joe Biden is wrong. He is, in my opinion, worse than Republicans because he's not a lesser of two evil. Actually, half the country goes to sleep when a Democrat is doing horrible shit. If Donald Trump was saber rattling with 2 nuclear powers at once, the Democrats would be screaming. Half the country would be screaming. Well, now they're not because it's demented Joe. So I wish they would both run third party. That's all. It's going to be a heartbreaker if Bobby Kennedy ends up endorsing Joe Biden. That would just be that you can't do that. I mean, but if he can do it he wants. But there it is. So Cornel West, we'll see what happens. Third party, I'm all for it. He's talking about love. That's good to hear. I hope that he has a message of unity, right? That's what it sounded like. He's getting towards a message of unity and that the people, I hope his message is that the people on the right and the people on the left need to come together because we all want the same things. We want to end the wars. We want to invest that money back here. We want decent jobs that we can all have a standard of living that is decent. And we don't want to go bankrupt when we get sick.
I've heard him talk that way usually when I see him on things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but that left and right come together?
Yeah, I'm a lot of times I have. But I just now said DSA honorary check. Like, are they going to do how they do with Corbyn, where they sabotage him with insufferable, woke, the clapping, my ears. That I can see them trying to ruin him that way.
It's going to be interesting to see how he negotiates that kind of thing. It's going to be.
He's had to before. They've come in before, and he stuck by his guns and was right about a few things. I've seen that happen. He's gotten it from the supposed side. I'm
a big fan of Cornel West. Yeah. I think he's got a lot of integrity.
Yeah, I do too.
And which is, why politics is not a good match for him. Not a good match. If you have integrity. No kidding. But there it is. I hope he gets some traction. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he has a message that lands with people and if he can land with them. I wonder who his base is. As far as demographically, right? And when he was on the tour with Bernie, I was told that he did the best with 40 and above, white, college educated, blah blah blah. That's
right.
That was So we'll see. It's great that he's running third party. I think that's really because now there's going to be someone else to vote for besides Joe Biden for sure. So that's great that he's doing that. And I'm really flummoxed that Bobby Kennedy is running inside the party. It almost seems, but we'll see. Maybe people will surprise me, Kurt. Who knows? Hey, everybody, only $10 to go see my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny, at jimmydore.com. And come see us do a live show. We're going to be in Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Bakersfield, California, Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, and more. We're going to be in New York, Stamford, Connecticut, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, San Diego, everywhere. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all our tickets.